that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Off target and incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. The pocket breaking down. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
So quickly, with one explosive play, this offense has moved inside the opponent's 40. Contact as he let the ball go.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Looking for a receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Hampton. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they're going to sell out and bring the pressure.
Send the back in motion. Looking to chuck it again. On the move now. He gets the first and still going. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
What a good job here by this quarterback, being very conscious of both the line to gain for that 1st down, as well as not necessarily taking a big hit early in this game. Great situational awareness and a 1st down.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. The receiver makes the catch. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Grab down the middle. It's Meadows. Touchdown, Alabama, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. First play looking to throw it. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Early on in the a football game, the offense always wants to try to develop just a nice rhythm to the offense. That time, just a simple screen to the running back, and they build some confidence on this first drive with a nice play.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. The back's got it. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. He escapes the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down marker.
The Gators will line up on 1st and 10. Handoff to the back. Running with purpose. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. It's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. Tackled, but 1st down.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that 1st down.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here and looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Great cut, they whiff on him. They finally make the stop, but a chunk play there moves the ball inside the 10.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
The Gators trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
It's a quick grab. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
Well, that completion gets them a little closer. Quick decisions needed here, especially with 3rd down coming up.
Set up now at the 2-yard line. Can they score here on a 3rd down play? They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And they'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you've got to come away here with a touchdown.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So what's the play call? It's 4th and goal from the 3. He's looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators, as they fight back here in this playoff game. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking deep to the right side. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
Well, for defensive backs, man, they salivate for opportunities like this. Some may only get 1 or 2 a year. He was not going to squander this chance.
On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Breaks off a defender. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down. We'll see if the rest of this playoff game can live up to a very competitive opening period. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Contact as he threw it. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
4th down, no punt, out of field goal range. They're going for it. Lets it go quickly. Finds this receiver. That's enough for the first down. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Florida.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Hampton. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to scramble. Hit just as he throws the ball.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
So second down after the incompletion. Grab down the middle. It's Meadows. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends, they're really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking downfield near the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, tied. This college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And it's up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, they finally get to the quarterback with that sack. You know, he's already thrown 2 touchdowns in his first half, so the defense really needed that small victory for many reasons.
And they'll kick it away here. And it's taken at the 45. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. 1st down. We're going to throw the football. Swarm for the pass rush. A sack. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
But good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line from the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about an incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Curse, the freak, what he was able to do. And Kevin Carter, all the sacks he came up with. Dante Fowler, such speed off the edge. Even Derek Harvey, boy, he had an incredible year in 06 when the Gators won the national championship. We're still seeing them dominate the line of scrimmage today.
Offense moving closer to the line of game after that catch. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the 1st down. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They make the stop, but good enough for a 1st down at the 29.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the toss play now, running left. 1st down, looking for more now. They bring him down, but that play will set up a 1st and goal now at the 10.
Go with the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line, center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge. But I love seeing the receiver's willingness to be a part of that and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Caught behind the line. It's Pringle. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitching catch.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the quarterback dropping back. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Alabama. Going to try to add the lead now to the PAT. And not through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Ball handed off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Caught! He's wide open. Look out! Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route with him. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He cannot escape. It's a sack. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Well, that's their second sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
And they're able to get him down.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offensive coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing...
The pass rush gets home.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
It's no good. After the miss, still down by 7. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Hoping to click here at the beginning of the third quarter, try to make up this deficit. Moves out of the pocket. Going to try to use his legs here. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain.
Now, that's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, Everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to...
He's looking deep down the middle. It's caught inside the 30 and still going. What an electric... Suddenly, they move into scoring position, down to the 24. So after the massive play, it's first down just outside the red zone now. Finds his target, and it's complete. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a first and goal from the 10.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
So 3 plays in, this offense has set up a first and goal. Very efficient so far. Running back grabs it on a screen. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Looking to throw here. On the move now. He's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line.
I love to see this by this quarterback. And instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off. Reminds this defense what he can do with his legs and almost took it to the house.
Caught by the receiver. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Good job here by the defense on third down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
So fourth down now from the 3. They'll go for it. Can the defense rise up for a big stop? Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gators. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. And they'll use the ground game here. Breaking free at the 35. Who's in the clear? The 20. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they jump on top here in the second half.
It was just a matter of time till this guy found the seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that second and third level. And with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
And the extra point makes it a 7-point lead, 28-21. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. The Gators offense retakes the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. He escapes the pocket. The throw complete to the running back underneath. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Ball moves to the 37 on the gain. It's first down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. A deep shot to the left side. And he makes the grab inside the 10. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
You got to pick the right time to take your shots downfield, and this offense just did that. A huge gain, and now they're down in the red zone for a first down.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Looking for 6. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Boy, what was the quarterback thinking here? You're inside the 10-yard line. You got a chance to put points up on the board. You can't just randomly throw the ball into coverage like this.
3rd down and goal for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Defense is coming after him. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Florida.
This guy's starting to prove that he is a mismatch for this defense. 2nd touchdown of the day, and a great job by the coordinator continuing to find unique ways to get this guy on one-on-one opportunities for touchdowns.
And the point after is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the wideout goes in motion. He'll run it here. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And there's the handoff. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He'll throw it now. Catch made on the right side. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. 1st and 10.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Handoff in a single back formation. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Here's the 2nd down play. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Sims. He stopped, but he gets a 1st down. This has been a tremendous fight through 3 quarters. And this playoff game deadlocked heading to the final period. Let's check out the game summary so far. Heading to the 4th quarter, who can step up and make a crucial play in this pursuit of a national championship? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Pringle. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. Handoff heading left. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And now the running back's got it again. Just trucks through the defender. Touchdown, Bama. They jump on top now here in the 4th. So they'll try to add to the lead now in the PAT.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of just spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Makes the catch downfield. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a 1st down.
This guy's been such a big factor in this game. Already a couple touchdowns. Now they need the 1st down. They dial him up again, and he delivers.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Comes up with the catch. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a hand open. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Looking to throw yet again. Moves out of the pocket. Or throwaway there. Gave up on the play, and now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Flips it to the running back. Can he make the 1st down? He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You could really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the 1st down.
They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. Pressure is coming. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's not going to bring out the 3rd down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, just throw the ball away, see what happens on this next down.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw, bringing pressure. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and the receiver just not quite on the same page there on that 3rd down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. Knocks that one right down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return. there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Grinding away on the ground.
That is the absolute worst thing to do right now in this situation. Working with the lead, you stop the clock, and you lose yardage. That's not a recipe for success late in the game. You've got to be able to find a way to keep the ball in bounds while keeping it on the ground.
Back in motion now. Caught in the backfield. It's Pringle. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Grab down the middle. It's Sims. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Boy, I love the call here by the offensive coordinator. Has the lead in the fourth quarter. It's third down. Instead of running, you throw it. Take a chance of a potential incompletion, but instead you trust your quarterback. Completion, first down, fresh set of downs, and you continue to work that clock.
The spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? Taking a deep shot here to the right. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, tie.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. Play at the drive now. They're backed up at the 12-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to scramble. The pass ball is incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but nobody open.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football and brings up a third down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
They beat the blitz there with the pressure bearing down. He just dumped it off to the back.
A nice job of just keeping his eyes downfield, because you're right, that pressure got to him in a hurry. Thankfully, the running back was right in his line of sight. He's able to dump it to him as a safety valve, and he picked up the first.
He pulls in the catch. That's good for a first down near the 40.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Looking to throw again. On the move now. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. He's got his man wide open. They make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29. And the Gators begin a new series here, 1st and 10.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. 6th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking for his big tight end. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Heck of a job here by this defense in defending this big tight end on this route. Had him covered kind of inside and outside. No matter which way he went, they had a defender ready to knock that ball away.
Zags the quick throw. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. The junior able to bring him down quickly. 2nd and goal for the offense. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. He's swarmed by the defense. Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Remember, a field goal here doesn't do much. So on 4th and goal, they're going for the touchdown. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
I'll tell you what, Chris, with this touchdown, never say never. You know, we're under 15 seconds to go, but with that touchdown, at least you've given yourself a chance with the onside kick. If you recover it, who knows, a Hail Mary, maybe you got a chance to win the game.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
37.
But he safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Good call here to go with this onside kick. It looked like they may have had a shot to be able to come up with this recovery. Unfortunately, they don't, and this could wrap up the ball game.
So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin from their 47. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. And now the defense steps in to call time with 10 seconds remaining on the clock. A spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Then the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. Touchdown, Alabama. They were not going to catch him that time.
Chris, how about these guys? They're still throwing the football. Game's over. They may be throwing the football in the postgame. I mean, these guys are scoring at will, and they don't care about how big of a lead they have. They just put another one up on them.
Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the